Kyle McGarvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. There's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again. Oh.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader, known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey street fairs. You can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
BTDY is live. Daytona race number 1. These guys warming up, getting a little practice in. Welcome to Drivers Network America. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper. And I'm joined in the booth by Eric Hutton tonight. Pre-race festivities. We've got your grid up here on the screen. This is based off qualifying. I made a little boo-boo. A little mistake last week. And, I will take full responsibility for that. So I misinformed everyone in the audience that the finishing order was where they were going to qualify for tonight's race. It was actually the qualifying for the Clash carried over to Daytona this week. So we have that up on the screen for you right now. That will be your starting order, and I believe it's going to be slightly adjusted because one driver will be out of this race. So the inside lane will move up one row. One spot. That's going to be fun to watch them line that up. They're probably going to delay the green, Eric. What do you think?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I'm not sure if they can set qualifying in before the race. But yeah, if it's just a free-for-all, they're probably going to have to delay it for a lap or two.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can adjust anything like that pre-race. Maybe you can take a starting order based off of like league session, or I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I want to say you can, but I'm not positive on that.
All right, well, we're looking at Lyle Salfordge right now, driving around the track, and a couple of people have informed me I'm pronouncing Timmy Emanuele's name wrong. So I'm going to try to get that right tonight as well. I'm doing my best, guys. There's a lot of names in here, and, you know, spur of the moment, sometimes you just yell out a car number, so an identifier such as that. I'm going to do my best, though, and I'm going to try to get the last name basis for some of these cars, running different paint schemes. Some of them look similar, and at Daytona, it just shuffles around so fast, so I think at a 1.5 miles or something like that, we'll do a better job figuring it out. We're going to get some pre-race interviews going here. We're going to find a couple of guys that we can talk to, and I'm going to share my screen with you, Eric, to make sure that you can see everything that I'm seeing as soon as my Discord cooperates with me. So there we go. All right, let's just pick a number here.
Let's see. Probably don't want to pick someone on the track. Who's in the pits?
Are on pit road right now. Actually, a lot of them are coming in and out. It's hard to keep up. 98 of Anthony Pelican sitting on pit road. 3-car. Josiah Vincent.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
All right, let's pull Josiah down here. Where's that 3-car at?
He's in the DMS channel.
There we go. All right. Josiah Vincent, it's Bradley Cooper. Eric Hutton up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, man, we just doing a little pre-race festivities. You're going to start 5th tonight, and, well, actually, based off the grid, showing you, well, I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think you, yeah, you start 5th, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so last week at the Clash, it was kind of a free-for-all, and you had 25 laps to figure it out. Track was pretty stagnant, but now you're going to have green flag pit stops. A lot of guys are going to make their moves late, so you can be a little more aggressive. What's the game plan for tonight?
I think, like most times going into these types of races, is trying to be there at the end, trying to survive. So hopefully, in these opening laps, everyone's calm, myself included. I know it's pretty easy to get there and get racy with these guys, but just try and be there at the end, and then try and make some moves when it counts.
We've seen a lot of drivers make mistakes here and side draft too close or hit that bubble going into the turn and spinning out a driver. Do you have faith in somebody on the track right now that you were comfortable running around?
Yeah, there's quite a few guys like in here I've raced with before. Nick Gardner, both the Pelicans, my brother, and a handful of other guys too. There's some new guys too, so we just got to kind of watch and be kind of careful here at the start and see how everyone drives and try and go from there.
Well, Eric Hutton had you pulled up here. Eric, you got anything you'd like to ask him?
Yeah, you know, you're talking about feeling out the field. How many laps do you think it takes to really get a feel for it and make the decision if you want to stay up in the front or maybe fade on back?
Usually you can find out pretty quick. If guys are jumping 3 wide, or, you know, if you see guys darting in and out of lines pretty quick or side drafting pretty aggressive early on, that's a pretty good indication to me that I probably need to start backing off and just let things unfold before I get back up in there. But I'd like to try and stay ahead of all that stuff if I can, but I'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Never a safe spot on the track.
Yeah, not really.
Well, that's Daytona, guys, and we appreciate your time, Josiah, and we hope good luck for you. Good luck out there tonight.
All right, thanks, guys. Have fun tonight.
Make sure I get him back in the right one. Sad Boys 1, I believe, was where he was.
That's correct.
All right, so we'll get one more driver down here. We got about 5 minutes to pull this off. Got a couple more guys down here on pit road we'll go through. Take a look. A lot of guys out there on the track this time. I think 5 minutes of practice, they're going to get all they can out.
Yeah, for sure. Now's the time to test those crazy moves you don't want to make in a race.
Eric Lambert's on pit road. Kevin McGarvey.
I think he was a top 3 finisher last week, wasn't it?
He was at Dega. Dega, he won the fun race that we broadcasted. 33 car was the winner of the Clash last week. He's out on the track. That's Mark Beverly. Which Beverly came from behind. We didn't even know that he was going to be able to. We thought he was out of it. He got brushed off there into 4. And we thought it was over for him. But then the 16, the 44, 3 car, all got tangled up in the fence. 33 came back and won it.
A wild finish we saw last week. Let's see if we see more of the same tonight.
Well, looking at that camera angle coming out of 4 on that back wall before the finish line, Daytona technicians did a hell of a job fixing that catch fence through the week after Nick Gardner ripped it down.
Yeah, that's a busy spot coming to the last lap. I think that wall's everything clean.
Well, couldn't decide who I wanted to pull down, so I think we're going to scrap the idea. Because every time I went to a car, someone would come out on the track, and I don't want to interrupt these guys in their practice session. Let them get as much out of their system as we possibly can. This is Drivers Network America BTDY Race Number 1 Contender Series here at Daytona. We're going to hit a side-by-side real quick, and we'll get your racing action in your grid in about 2 minutes' time.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the nurturing reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today. Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
All right, we're getting your grid up right now. BTDY getting ready to go green. I believe they've set this up correctly because we've got the 16 of Nick Gardner up on the pole right now. Dallas Sullivan, second position. Everything's checking out, so you must be able to carry this over. It's pretty neat how they did that.
Yeah, certainly. It makes things a lot easier.
All right, let's go through your grid real quick. Like we said, Nick Gardner starting on the pole. Dallas Sullivan to his outside. Alexander Pelican starting in the third position. 33 car, winner of the Clash last week. Gonna start in fourth. Josiah Vincent, that we just interviewed here in pre-race, starting in the fifth position. Anthony Pelican, 98 car, starting sixth. So everything's gonna shift up here for a little bit. 80 car, gonna move up a row. Dennis Faircloth. Cody Atkins, gonna be in the 8th position. And then we've got Daniel Cunningham rounding out your top 10. There's Jeremiah Vincent in that 9 car, starting 11th. Alan Dice in the 5, 12th. 13th. 14 car. Nathaniel Ostrowski. Kyle McGarvey. 42 car. Lane Salfridge. We saw out there on the track earlier. Gonna start in that 15th spot. Grid's a little out of order at this point, guys. You just have to bear with me. I'm going to go through these cars as quickly as I can. 12 car. 84 car. Dennis Steele. 28 car. See, it's a little out of order. Everything's a little out of whack here, so just don't pay any attention to timing and scoring currently. We'll try to get through this field, but everything was a little confusing. We'll try to do that a little bit faster next time. Nonetheless, Nick Gardner, gonna start him off green. Inside line, getting ready to go hot. Green flag is out, and there goes Nick Gardner.
Yeah, inside line gets a real big jump here. Really big gap behind that third car back. That's gonna be a little worrying if I'm down that inside line coming to the backstretch.
46 of Dallas Sullivan did lose a lot of ground, and there's not a lot of cars on that outside line. You've got the 33 trying to push Mark Beverly all by himself. Now he cuts to the inside. Looks like the 46 of Sullivan's going to fall back quite a few spots.
Yeah, already a lot of guys jumping down the inside line, maybe just wanting to ride out for a little bit, get a feel for the field. Although, looking back, got the 8 car, 5 car, 46 trying to make that top line get a run here, so I see a few guys jump back up.
Well, Alan Dice is one of those guys that we watched the 5 and the 8 work together at Talladega a lot. And even in the, we didn't have Alan Dice moving through the field too much. He got it stuck in the mid-pack, and I think he's going to make a move early here and not let that happen this week.
Yeah, for sure. These guys going to be using what they learned in the last 2 races, really, and applying here tonight when it counts. A lot longer race, a lot more strategy, and then remember those moves you made in the pre-races to see if they work tonight.
So you're a leader right now, maintaining it just like he did at the Clash race. Nick Gardner holding it up front. Got the 31 and behind him. That's Alex Pelican. So these are teammates running 1 and 2 right now. And they're just riding around. Not a lot of pushing going on out here right now.
Just taking it easy his first few laps. Got to find good teammates like those two did. And And make sure you're comfortable with the guys that are around you, so you can start getting, start to push when it counts. You don't want to be caught with somebody you don't know, and you don't want to work with anybody that you aren't comfortable with.
Well, you can see that outside line starting to make some momentum. 46 of Sullivan starting to gain back some of that ground he lost. Running side by side with Anthony Pelican right now on the inside line. These guys are gathering up some steam. 30 cars deep, though. You're mid-pack right now. Let's take a look at some of these guys that are a little bit further back. You got Eric Lambert. You just ride on board with him right now. You can tell there's just nowhere to go. Unless you want to make it 3 wide on lap 4. And I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, there's a wreck right there, right in front of the 19. 11 car. Oh boy, Greg Wells, and there's no yellow for this.
Oh, down on the infield. We'll have to see if we get an admin caution here.
Take a look and go back. What happened there? It was pretty quick, and it happened right in front of the guy we were riding on board with, actually.
To the trial. Oh, the 11 get...
I think the 11 got a little touch from the 26 car. Let's ride on board with him real quick.
Something happened to the 11 right here.
Right on board with the 26 car. I don't know if he had to check up suddenly. Oh no, he just drifted.
Maybe he thought he was clear and didn't realize there's a car on his quarter there trying to get in the high lane. Either way, it's not at the start he wants of the season.
11 car, Greg Wells on the inside there. Didn't hit the inside wall, but the front end of that car is all tore up. Well, we stayed green, and I'm not sure iRacing didn't throw the caution there. Thought we were going to have a bigger wreck than that. We've got the field split pretty heavy now.
Yeah, you don't want to be one of those cars back there with no draft. It looks like we got the 7 car and a 00 working together. But even 2 cars, you're not going to have the speed this front pack's going to have.
Yeah, Nick Starling. Kevin McGarvey working, trying to get back up there. You got a few more cars that are even further back than that. 13 car, 97 car coming down pit road. You got Jordan Shepler. He's almost 17 seconds back right now.
Yeah, same with Eric Lambert. Another one back there, just exiting turn 2 almost now. As the leaders are out of turn 4, he's probably about 7-8 laps. He's going to be going down a lap.
Well, hopefully he can get up there behind that car in front of him. That's kind of disappointing for some of these guys, but the pack's still pretty healthy here. That happened in about the 18th position.
Yeah, we see a 3 car jump out of the bottom lane and start to lead this top row. We talked to him, said he'd probably feel out the field, see what he wanted to do, and he must be feeling pretty comfortable if he's out here in this top line.
Well, we saw him jump down right at the start. He must have felt for it, and like you said, he got comfortable here. He's got some guys around him. 46 car Dallas Sullivan behind him. They're making up ground now.
Yeah, we'll have to see the front 2 if they want to block. Made too early, just hold it on the bottom. Being teammates, you don't think you're going to split each other, but you never know. Sometimes if you have a teammate on the bottom line and a teammate on the top line, you can kind of work together and hold the field back and just keep it steady side by side.
Right on board with Mark Beverly. He's riding in the 3rd position right now. Coming off of that last week's win at the Clash. You know he's a little confident here about what he's doing. But he's going to have an outside line coming here real soon. I think the 3 car, Josiah, is going to work his way up there side by side with the 33 in a couple laps. And not a lot of pushing, though. These guys are riding a pretty comfortable bubble.
Yeah, I mean, only lap 9, you can't be pushing on guys' bumpers. Really, if you're pushing at all in the corner, you're going to be wrecking that guy sooner than you think. So just taking it easy now, feeling out the field. Saw one wreck already. Usually that can kind of set the tone for the race, if you will, with all the rest of the field saying, well, we don't want to be a part of that. So let's just hang on back.
Early incidents taking out the 97, the 19, 13 car far back, 00. But the big guy, the guy that got the most damage from it, 11 car, sitting on pit road right now, getting that machine repaired. Greg Wells might be done for the day.
Yeah, unfortunate night for him. Never want to start off the season like that. Just not sure what happened there. Maybe just cleared himself, but I'll have to check in later this week, and hopefully he can look past this and start the season off next week.
Some drivers choose to have a physical spotter for these races as well. Might have been in one of those instances where someone said he was clear and he wasn't. I don't know. We'll have to go back and maybe ask him. Right now, very early into his race, and I think we'll let the emotions settle down first.
Looking at Josiah Vincent here in his Highline. Highline's getting a run. Got to see if he goes down in the corner. Well, he didn't this time. Almost looked like he was on the quarter panel of the bottom line, going through the corners and kind of widened out on exit and carry that momentum down. Definitely getting a run, but man, the front two cars, Nick Gardner and Alex Pelican, are really pushing hard on each other. It's going to be tough to pass.
Let's look at the rear bumper of Nick Gardner down the front straightaway. They even have a little bit of a gap on the 33 from that push down the backstretch.
Yeah, very tight, very steady. If you have someone you're confident in like that, it means so much at a track like this.
See the 31 of Alex Pelican right up on the bumper now, going into one. You can ride on the 3 cars bumper. There's a bit of a gap here between the 46 of Sullivan.
Yeah, gonna be coming up on a lap car, probably in turn 3 and 4. Let's see, field 2. Okay, he drops it down to the bottom.
Yeah, the 95 machine of Jeremy Clapper Newell. He's gonna hold it down there as low as he can. Good job clearing them, everybody through the field. That kind of unsettled the bottom line when that happened, and they've lost the ground that they made up.
Yeah, it's an 80 car jump up here to the top now. After you just regather, get that momentum built back up, one little thing like that can just kind of kill the whole field's energy. You know, it's going to take another 2 or 3 laps to get that momentum built back up.
We saw the 3 car Josiah jump back down to the inside after the 80 went to the outside. So now 80 car gonna try his work here. Faircloth gonna try to go to the front. Sullivan behind him. Let's see if they can push up to the front.
Got a good run going into turn 3. Just through the corners, the bottom line is going to be faster, and they're going to have to look for the momentum on exits. That second place car just really needs to be on the bumper. You know, maybe check up a little bit on corner entry and through mid corner, being the throttle, getting that run, and on corner exit, you're right on the bumper and you can push hard.
There's definitely an art to it. A lot of guys say that it doesn't take talent to get around a super speedway, but if you have ever won one of these races, you know it takes a lot of work, planning. It's a chess match at 195 miles per hour. These guys, by the end of it, you don't have a headache or a shoulder ache. Something is definitely going to ache on one of these drivers.
Yeah, definitely skill involved at these tracks, but just a whole bunch of luck. You can have all the skill in the world, if luck's not on your side, you're going to be in the pits early. And I think that's what makes it frustrating for a lot of people. You can feel you're the best guy in the field, but something now, if you're, you know, someone causes something and you just can't do anything about it, and it can ruin your night.
Things beyond your control. We've already seen a little taste of it, but we still have a lot of cars out here running fast and clean and green for 15 out of 60. And the headway, 80 car, starting to try to poke the lead here. Take it away from Nick Gardner, who's led every single lap so far. Dennis Faircloth on the outside.
Dallas Sullivan in a 46 Band-Aid car, we've talked about a whole lot in those last 2 weeks leading up to here, and he's always been up the front. We've talked about it a whole bunch, and he's given the 80 car a great push to get past Nick Gardner.
Just edged him out there going into 1. They're going to make the ground back up going into 2. But down the back straightaway, let's see if this bumper works.
Yeah, just couldn't get up close to him. I mean, he was close, couldn't get on his bumper, middle of the backstretch. It's kind of an air bubble in these cars. If you're that second place car, it can be really frustrating. Just staring at the bumper, being about a foot off it, but you just can't get any closer. You really need a lot of help from behind if you want to get right on the guy's bumper. Maybe the lead car can lift off the throttle a little bit, or maybe just drag the brakes ever so slightly to allow you two to get hooked up.
Oh, we got a car to the outside wall. That's the 11 that just come back out on the track. He's got front end damage, but I don't think he's helping that machine hitting that outside wall, trying to get around, get out of the way.
Yeah, it's really tight through all the corners here at Daytona. As a lap car, the speed differential is really tough to gauge, and entering turn 1 is not where you want to be as a lap car with the field flying by you.
Lack of a nose on that front end is probably not helping that car steer either, with no aerodynamics, and then all the turbulence from the field passing by probably didn't help at all. So that's a really tight window for that 11 car.
80 car's making another run for the lead. You know, with as good as push he's getting in front of 46. I want to know if he's going to take that down to the bottom and lead the pack. Take it away from Nick Gardner, or just maybe hang up front because it's working. I'm just going to keep it side by side.
Yeah, Dallas Sullivan probably getting a little hot at this point. He's been pushing the whole time. He had the 3 car in front of him, now the 80 car. He's just got to time his moves and not overheat that thing. The Band-Aid Ford Mustang is probably getting hot.
It's got to ease on up for maybe 2 or 3 laps and be close enough where you guys won't lose a whole bunch of track position, but allow you to cool the car. We're almost running the 3rd lane here. The 80 drifted down. I'm not sure if the 46 is going to take him on the high side or not, but his high line is running really high, and I think it's carrying a lot more momentum down the backstretch.
A lot of momentum here. I can tell you the 5 car of Alan Dice has been working his way up through the field, maintaining that 7th position. You got Cody Atkins in front of him. A lot of these cars biding their time right now. You don't want to make a mistake this early in the race, but we're about a quarter of the way done. We're coming up on lap 20. Nick Gardner able to edge out the 80 of Faircloth, and he's led every single lap this race so far, and he can thank that 31 car behind him. Alex Pelican doing a hell of a job keeping that inside line on the top.
Yeah, and I think you're right about the 46 getting hot. They lost 2 or 3 car lengths on the bottom there, down that front stretch. Made them up a little bit now, but I think we won't see the surge like we saw at the beginning, unless he can get that thing cooled down.
You can see him peeking out in the outside a little bit, and that might be part of the line that they're running so high up to try to get some air on that 46's nose. You can see him just kind of offset, a little stagger through the turns.
Yeah, if you do that, you gotta be really careful that the front car doesn't check up a little bit. You know, they're not getting that push, and you're not gonna be ready for it, because if you nail them right on that right rear, there's a high chance you might end up turning them.
You look at the front end of these machines, the left side of the grill is blocked off. It's taped off. The right side has the air inlet. So when these guys are staggering and offset, they're going to go to the outside just a little bit.
I think the 46 right there was peeking up. Don't know if the 80 came down to let them get air, or maybe 46 came up a little bit, but you can see now they're 4 car lengths back from the bottom lane.
31 car also peeked out there to the outside for a moment. I believe he's getting a little bit hot, so inside line might start to lose some ground.
Yeah, since the top lane's lost it, inside lane might as well cool themselves off too. So when the top lane makes a surge, they can be ready for it.
That's one of the things you think about. It's the chess match here at Daytona. You just got to make your moves and plan out what you're going to do and have a lot of luck on your side. You can make as many plans as you want, but it only takes one mistake from another driver or yourself, and that plan goes out the window. Lap 22 out of 60. Nick Gardner, your leader. Through the field, Alex Pelican, Mark Beverly, Anthony Pelican, Dennis Faircloth, Daniel Cunningham, Dallas Sullivan, Josiah Vincent back to 8th. Cody Atkins and Jeremiah Vincent, your top 10. Alan Dice back to 11th position. This is about mid-pack here. These guys are shuffling all around. We saw the 3-car way up there at the front, and now he's, I think maybe that inside line, he's kind of falling back a little bit.
Yeah, I fell back to his teammate, Jeremiah Vincent. I believe that's Lyle there in the 70 car behind him. So maybe just getting with his teammates, saying, hey, let's, you know, they're actually coming up to green flag pit stops here not too long, so might be with their teammates. Won't pay for teammates. You never want to put alone here. And being on that bottom line, you don't have to scurry around trying to get to the bottom lane, the pit. It's just ride for a few more laps and take it down pit road.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have faith in the people around you coming down this pit road. You're taking it from a $195 all the way down to 60 miles per hour. It's pretty sketchy at times when you got multiple dudes coming down pit road with you.
Yeah, if one person locks up their brakes, then that causes them to go faster. It gets into the next guy, might lose control, and it's just it can accordion effect entering pit road just like it can on a track.
There goes the gopher cam as they go by. Dennis Faircloth looks like he might have lost some ground here. Outside line, not very many cars in it anymore.
Ever since they had to cool down, just didn't have the same energy as it had. And now I have to assume guys will be trying to find a bottom for pit road.
There is a hole there between some of these guys. Little cushion. Might be some communication on the track trying to work down. You see Dallas Sullivan has a hole if he wants to get to the bottom.
About 6 more laps, still halfway. We'll be able to see if this is going to be a one lap or a one stop race, or if they're going to have to do a little fuel saving maybe if they can't make it all the way to 30.
So when you come down pit road, what are you doing? Are you doing 2 tires? Are you doing no tires? What's your strategy here, Eric?
Well, you know, with 80% fuel, you can't take all 4 and wait on fuel. So you gotta just take 2. Typically, you're gonna take the right sides, and then fill it all the way up. And it'll be a little bit shorter of a stop than you took 4. And the next time by, you'll just take the tires you didn't take. Got a car on a wall out of turn 2, the 26 car.
Yeah, I was trying to locate that car. Christopher Santoni got up there on the catch fence there coming out of 2. I think this car is a lap down. No, he's just falling back. He hit that outside wall. He's got the right side damage.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. He kind of just went towards the wall. I was seeing that. Now I got this high line trying to make another run back up to the 16 Nick Gardner.
They're making a lot of steam here. 46 Sullivan pushing again. They've got about an even break here as they come out of 2. But they're coming up on some lap traffic. That 11 car in front of them again.
Got a few cars up there. 11 car. What else is that? Yeah, you don't want to catch. Oh.
11 car just ripping it down pit road, trying to lock it up. Brakes worked really well on that machine, but
yeah, something's going on with the 11.
11 car might be having some wheel issues.
Taking it to pit road. Got 2 lap cars.
Jeremy Clapper is up there in the 95 machine. Not sure who that is in front of him. I think it's the 19 car. Yes, Eric Lambert.
The 13 as well. Yeah, so you really don't want to catch 3 cars in the corner. With them being spread out that much, I wouldn't be surprised if they did catch them. And, with 3 cars like that, they're going to be at a higher speed than if it were just a single car coming around here. So that just drags out the time it takes to pass, and it's just not good enough for your lead car.
Some of these guys already trying to figure out where they're going to go. The inside line's got a big jump here now over the outside line. I think these guys are setting up the pit.
Yeah, the top line just really fell back. We're seeing almost a breakaway in the bottom. Maybe the bottom about 7, 8 cars. Got a small breakaway. I don't know if we keep it. Just
we just saw
maybe.
Alan Dice pull the inside, 46 of Sullivan. These guys are definitely getting set up to pit. 80 car stuck on the outside, can't find a hole. Everyone closed up. He's going to lose a lot of ground if he's going to pit here.
Yeah. I don't know. Are they coming down this time? Looks like we got 1 more lap. We're going to make it to halfway, so it should be a 1-stop race from here on out. But yeah, the 80 car really needs to find a hole.
He's trying to make one. He thought he had one between the 14 and the 12, but it closed up quick. Now he's in the middle, side drafting. This is dangerous here.
Really close to that car on the outside, 13 car. It makes it through. Let's see, find a hole. I think he might be trying to pass the 70 car.
Eric Lambert just tagged the outside wall where they were 3 wide with the 95 and the 12. Dangerous moves through here right before pit stops. Airclaw still not able to get to the inside. We're going to have pit stops this time by.
There'll be a lot of cars coming down this time. And they're not coming down this time. So there might be a lot of cars coming down a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, these guys worked down to the inside. I figured that they were ready to go.
Yeah, I thought halfway was going to be the mark where they were all going to come down pit road. They're all single file. Maybe there's some in-race communication. But
push it 1 more lap. Make sure you can make it on fuel.
Yeah, the fastest laps too are going to be in a solid line on the bottom like this rather than racing side by side.
We're going to ride on the gearbox camera as they come down pit road for Nick Gardner, and you're going to see this whole catastrophe behind him. As a driver leading this thing, it's a really eerie feeling to see that whole field come down pit road with you. And they are still pushing it. This draft must be a lot better than we thought it was. 80% fuel. You'd think that 29 laps would be the max.
Yeah, especially getting down the single file like that. Just trying to fake us out for a few laps, I guess.
I'm all for a game plan. These guys had, they pretty much Nostradamus this thing. They were predicting pit road 3 laps before it even happens. Let's see if they go 1 more. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't know. I think about stop guessing and just wait for them to come down pit road. But,
well, Nick Gardner's loving this, though. The whole field's single file behind him. He's just got his work cut out. He just drive around. Cruise. Here we go.
Here they come. See, just about half of them coming down.
Oh, no.
That's 33. Oh, man.
Mark Beverly lost it coming into pit road, locked up the front tires, and that's what you were talking about. A guy locks it up. He's going to slide right past them guys. Luckily slid it out into the grass.
I believe, I don't know if unsafe entry is just the hold or if that's a drive-through. We'll have to see if he exits here. Either way, you're going to be losing a lap because you're not only are you going to be held for that long time, yeah, you can see him just sitting there.
Yep, hold penalty for the 33 car. 16 down and away. There was your leader when they came in. Daniel Cunningham leading them back around the field. We're going to have some more takers on pit road. 80 car Faircloth coming down. Look at these guys locking it up hard.
Bunch of cars locking it down.
19 car.
Oh, into the 3. Oh, man.
Josiah Vincent gets tagged. Let's get a replay of that real quick. Here they're coming down pit road. Get a better TV angle of this. You see the 19 go all the way to the bottom, locks it up hard.
Yeah, that was a really aggressive angle to take pit road. Locks it up. Gets
70 car locked it up as well.
And they just raw ran into each other, and unfortunately the 3 took the worst of it.
3 car gonna get a hold penalty as well for an unsafe exit.
Now you have to go out there by yourself, and it's just a terrible time. We got more cars on pit road.
46 car. Dallas Sullivan, Alan Dice on pit road as well.
Ooh, 54 and an 8 slide through their box. That's another thing. Pit road speed 60 miles an hour here at Daytona. It's really easy to carry too much speed and slide through that pit box. Especially
Well,
on old tires.
these cars have a smaller brake rotor and caliper for this track because the brakes aren't as important around this place. You don't use them to get through the corners as much, and very rarely do you use them at all. And then combine that with the fact that they're very cold. They haven't touched them through these corners, so as soon as they get on them to go down pit road, these cold brakes, carbon ceramic doesn't like to heat up very well. It takes a long time.
8 car of Cody Atkins was wheeling it on pit exit, trying to get all the speed he could. Hope that thing rear end wiggling around on him, but I think this 5 car, these 5 cars here are just pit. Had the safest, kind of cleanest pit stops we've seen. I think they're gonna see the benefits from that.
Yeah, that second tandem of cars that came down pit road, no mistakes for anybody, really. We got the 16, the 31, the 98 up here working together. I don't know how long that'll last with 3 cars. So you got a lot of traffic behind them.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the lap times by these 3 and see. Is that 6, 7 cars. Definitely gonna have more speed than that 3. But you know, maybe those 3 can keep it really tight and maybe pick up. Was that a 33? I believe in front of them.
Yeah, Mark Beverly, they might pick him up. He doesn't have any damage. He's just had that hold penalty. He's at a threat to go a lap down here.
Yeah, they'll be passing him, but maybe he can catch that draft and hook onto the back of them and improve that pack into 4 cars.
Well, if Nick Gardner's feeling really generous, he can ride behind the 33 car. But I think he's just going to get up out of the way here. Look at him going to the outside line. Let's go back to Dennis Faircloth. He's running 4th position, about 5 seconds off of these guys.
Yeah, and that time by, Nick Gardner ran a 47.7 to Dennis Faircloth's 48.9. So 3 cars faster that time by. Have to see if this bigger pack can improve their time. I'm surprised to see them that slow. Maybe they had a car that I didn't see that they were around, but as the run goes on, we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Well, the line's settling down a little bit. And this time around, it looks like they did trim off about a 1/10 of a second. So now they're starting to run a little bit similar lap times. But it's really amazing to me that 3-4 car tandem. And they were drafting up on that 33 car as well. So keep that in mind. They were pulling a little bit of air from the 33 of Beverly. So maybe that helped that time by. I don't foresee 4 cars beating a 9 to 12 car line. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Getting the draft on the 33 because they ran a 48.0 that time by. Dennis also ran a 48.0. And that pack behind, looks like those cars on the high side went away. They were looking like they were racing the leaders, and the leaders of this pack, I should say. And 2 cars side by side is not going to help this pack.
Nope, Nathan Ostrowski's trying to get to the inside. Trying to find that line that he can fall in and just ride with these boys. Big gap here with the 13 car, though. You don't want to lose this pack because you're going to claw your way all the way back to another group of cars way back there. And that's the 84 car. They're all the way in turns 1 and 2 right now. It's Jordan Brockel. And I tell you what, though, this is the tandem that got caught up in the 70 car, the 19 car, and the 3 car when they came in pit road. So they lost a lot of time on and off pit road. That's the problem here at this place. It's such a long pit road. If you make a mistake, you get a hold penalty, speeding, anything like that. You lose that front pack, it's pretty much over unless we get a caution.
Yeah, with no stages, only one stop. It was really critical to make that one stop just mistake-free. Even if it wasn't that quick, back it up, be easy, and make sure that you don't get a hold or any of the penalties we saw. But this second pack here is catching our leaders up front.
Well, you say that, and then this timing and scoring just put them about 3/10 down. I think they lost some time this time by. I think you're going to see this front 4 running faster lap time.
They were, and I bet with these 2 cars, like we saw earlier, they're going to catch a draft on them and maybe pull away from this pack. The lap before, the second pack was faster, so I'm not sure what's causing this differential, but
that big gap that those lap cars you could see right on board with Nick Gardner. They were pulling draft off of the Kevin McCarthy machine, or McGarvey machine, and it was a little strange to see how big of a jump they just got. 0.7 of a second. They're almost at 6 seconds now.
That's
ahead.
Huge for this pack. And a 6-second lead, making 7/10 jumps like that. I mean, you know, the second pack with, you know, I don't want to say only 20 to go, but you can't have anybody holding this pack back if you're going to catch these 4.
Yeah, and they need to do the same thing in this second group when they get to that lap traffic. They're going to have to draft up to them and get that run, and hopefully those guys move up at the right time to not break that momentum. But Faircloth, Sullivan trying to push up there.
Yeah, that time by a 4 pack was faster. I think they did have those lap cars though. And now those cars, I didn't see what happened to those cars. I was going to say maybe they could have got down in between the 2 packs. Man, that's a lot of distance to that second pack. I mean, they're in the middle of 3 and 4 while this pack the 4 pack is coming to the tri-oval. It's going to be really tough to make up without a caution.
This front group doing it again. They've got another tandem of cars in front of them to draft on, and it's pulling out to 7 seconds now. 6.5 this time by. I think it's just working out perfectly for this front 4.
Yeah, that is just really surprising to me how they're able to hold this speed, but they have even more lap cars in front of them now, giving them a little extra lap time this time by.
It's amazing how far that cable stretches out. That chain pulls them cars up, and you can be within a 1.5 seconds and pull draft from these guys. Down the straightaways is really where it's prevalent, but even in the turns, you can pull a few tenths off of a guy. Nick's gonna have to be careful though that he doesn't lose the 31's pushes when he does that. These guys are picking up speed and they're picking up cars.
Yeah, they sure are. The 7 wants to be that first car lap down, although the 33 of Mark Beverly is that first car lap down, so if a caution comes out, he'll get this lap back. So maybe we'll see the 7 trying to race them. It would definitely upset the pack, but you know, if I'm the 7, I want to get my lap back, so you know, it's just something to maybe look for.
Well, we're seeing this pack back here, and now I think they're killing themselves here.
Pack's done.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh man.
12 car was on the outside. These guys were getting impatient. I think they saw Faircloth was losing ground. They decided to pull out to the outside, and Michael Newman, we got a car upside down. Big wreck here. Yellow, 16 to go.
Man, it's just not what this pack wanted. I mean, I know you think you're that second, third car back, you think you can go faster than the leader, and so you want to race, but all you're going to do is slow down the pack. And then, worst case scenario, we see what we just saw. Looks like that 14 car maybe bumped through the corner and just destroyed the pack.
80 car on its roof. Faircloth gonna be done for the night. Tail into pit road. Let's go back one more time and we'll just give you an example of what goes wrong here at Daytona. If you bump in the wrong spot.
Left rear, middle of a corner, it's all it takes. And you'll just spin that car right around.
There's Faircloth's point of view. I believe Faircloth might have got a touch from the 46 as well.
I believe the 46 got turned down into his corner. Just frustrating from Dennis Faircloth's standpoint. Leading that pack. Your pack doesn't want to go with you, thinks they're faster. If they race you, and next thing you know, you're in the wall.
Okay, yeah, 12 car got down into the 80 and the 46, and it sent this entire pack into a catastrophe. So, caution number 1 with 16 to go. A lot of cars involved in that. 46-14. 80. 9. A lot of these guys that were trying to make headroom, they were going to finish top 15.
Yeah, that's just so frustrating for that pack. You think you're just trying to work as hard as you can, catch this group up front, and you don't have anything to show for it there.
So, 46 car, trying to get some of that damage repaired. 80 car done for the night. That machine is just destroyed. Nine car, very torn up. But the one thing that's been constant, and you can count on it so far, 16, Nick Gardner. On the pole, started first. He's ran up front for the entirety of almost every single lap. And he's had a great pusher here. You better shake Alex Pelican's hand after this race if he wins it.
Yeah, this is how you want Daytona to go. Just you in the front of the pack with your buddy behind you. Just pushing, holding that bottom line. Very clean pit roads execution, and just a clean race. That's all you can ask for.
Well, this time around, they're going to be doubling up, and then 31's going to be the outside. They've got the 54 of Daniel Cunningham also up there, but Anthony Pelican, a teammate, you see dialed in on the side of these cars. 16's also part of that team, so this front three teammates, and they'll probably count it down in Discord.
Yeah, we'll see some coordination here. Get back in line with just about 14 to go.
Maybe a little delay for the 98 and let that 31 car get down to the inside.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see these cars that didn't have as fast pit stops now, but weren't in that second pack. Now they're back up here racing with the leaders to see if they have anything for Nick Gardner and Alex Pelican. We haven't seen a whole lot of these cars race, but maybe they've been keeping it clean in the back, just waiting for what we just saw so they could be here at the end when it counts.
Mark Beverly going to get the lucky dog here, get his lap back, so that's going to put him in a better situation. Next car, I believe they took a wave around possibly. 3 car looks like he's back on the lead lap as well, so they're going to have to start at the tail end of this longest line, and that's going to take a while because there's some damaged cars up there. Nick Gardner, pace car's pulling off. Let's see him go green.
Big gap behind them.
Green flag.
Huge gap. They're going to let that 31 car after they cross the line. There he goes. Just like they drew it up.
Yeah, we're going to see those 3 get in front now. The High Line just has nobody here. It's going to take 3 or 4 laps at least to get this High Line wound back up. More challenging for the lead.
Daniel Cunningham jumping down to the inside. You can see down the backstretch, 70 car on the outside. Lyle Salfridge, 46 jumping to the inside. I'm really surprised these guys are doing that with 13 to go.
Yeah, we saw how hard it was to get runs going if you were, mid-pack last week. So, yeah, if I'm these guys, I'm getting up front. Like McGarvey just jumped up in front of 70 car. He says, let's go to the front. And that's the only way you're going to do it. If you get help, you be confident in that top line, you'll find your way back up there.
Here they go, 42. Kyle McGarvey, 70 car. Salford's trying to get some headway here, but maybe these guys jump to the inside, predicting that outside line wouldn't get going. If they could keep it disorganized, they could clear some spots.
There goes, who's that, the 5 out Dice shot up to the top.
He's wanting that 46 behind him, you can tell. Now there's a middle line. And contact, 46 car. And a big wreck.
Around. Oh, man.
Yellow flag definitely coming out. 46 is done for the night, you can tell. Double zero, flipping.
Zero went for a ride. Oh, the 26 still flipping. Oh,
we saw that happening. As soon as that 46 stuck his nose in the middle and got hung out to dry, the 5 wanted to work with him. You could tell they were trying to get together, and they had the 42 stuck up there. Caution number 2 with 11 to go.
Yeah, it's just less and less green flag laps. You're just not going to be able to catch these dialed-in racing guys.
Cautions breed cautions. Here we go. Better camera angle. You can see the 46 here in the middle. They're trying to get together. 42 gets down into him. Oh, man, the 7 car hanging on to that. Wow.
Yeah, I think the 46 maybe went to pass the 7 and wanted to work with the 5. The 26 just took off like a rocket out in that corner.
It's a wonder he didn't go over the fence.
Yeah.
That's Christopher Santoni here. He had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. This is another 0. Oh, man.
Wow.
I went a 3rd car flipping. Who was that? The
40 car?
Smoke. Yeah, Robert Gilmore. There's a
Robert Gilmore. I mean, there was 3 cars that hit that wall at the same time, and they all flew.
Oh, man.
I believe the what they call the bubble exploded. The bubble popped just now.
Yeah,
that's how you get rid of the iRacing bubble. Hit the wall at the same time. That's a shame though. Robert Gilmore, Alice Sullivan.
Yeah, Gilmore just out there having a quiet night and gets caught up in a wreck. Nothing he can do. That's the most frustrating part about Daytona.
'19 car also involved in that. He's done for the night. 26, we saw him take flight. So, I mean, attrition here. Field's getting smaller and smaller. There's going to be less and less challengers for this 16 car. And I mean, if you had teammates out here, there's pretty good odds that one of your teammates is out of this race, and you're going to have one less partner to work with to try to get by this front 3. What's your game plan here, Eric?
Man, I think you gotta hold on to the front 3, wait for one of them to make a move on the final lap, and just try and take advantage if they make a mistake, or maybe they, take a 3 wide and crash, or just, pick your favorite one of the 3 to push to the win, because I just don't see anybody getting past these 3 unless that high line gets wound up real quick, but we haven't seen it. We didn't see it last week. I'm not sure if I have a game plan to beat these 3.
Well, if I'm that guy, that 84 car right now, Jordan Brockle, I'm probably going to sit until the last 2 laps before I make my move to the outside. Hopefully that outside line doesn't get organized before that point. Or, this is a big one, don't let that 31 car get to the inside. Run right up his bumper and push him up there. Make him go to that front so you don't have to break your momentum, because Last time on that restart, the 98 hung back a little bit. Let the 31 go down there. If you can stay glued to that hole and keep that 31 up there, you might have a shot at it.
Yeah, if you're this 54 car, Daniel Cunningham, you might just lay it onto the bumper of is that the 98 car and say, hey, you're not gonna let your teammate down here. I want to push you to the front.
Yep.
And
If you can keep these guys from working together, make it hard for them, I think you stand a chance. There's Alan Dice. A lot of these guys, very competitive 33 car. Wow, what a comeback here from going a lap down that pit road. He's finding himself in the 9th position here on this restart.
yeah, you know, you think your day's done with that pit road mistake, but here you are in the ninth place, 9th with what's this, 8 to go, 9 to go, whatever it is. Yeah, that's enough time. You can come in and win this thing.
Well, Beverly, just last week, thought his race was over with coming out of 4, turned around and won the thing. So you never know what's going to happen at these super speedways. All right, pace car's pulling off. Nick Gardner getting ready to go green. Little gap there already. You can see it.
Green flag,
Green flag is out. There's the hole. They didn't get it done.
Yeah, these three are gonna get hooked up. Just tank off here. You can see his highline. Highline looks, yeah, I want to say it looks promising, but for just a restart like this, but like this bottom line is just already so tight. And the top line, you got 2 cars kind of sort of tight, another 2 cars, and it just takes time to get that high line wound up.
Teammate in front, teammate in back. A lot of guys trying to get organized. Alan Dice down to the inside. I think we're going to see a move. It's going to be the 5 and the 33. They're going to peek out here. Not quite yet. There's trouble. The 7 car through the grass. We saw Nick Starling already. Oh boy, he's really, wow.
Took out the pace car, but he's back on track. He's got it.
What an incredible save by that 7 to not hit that inside pit wall. We saw an incredible save just before that with that caution. He's going to need new pants after this one.
Yeah, great job not overcorrecting into the outside wall and just driving through the grass. And kept his foot in it, hoping to keep the draft. And it looks like he's going to be able to hold with the 9 at least. I think a 9 has damage, but hey, made for good, made for a good replay.
Excellent TV, but the action is not over. 7 laps to go. Inside line, tight. 16, 31, 98. I think we're going to see a move here. 33 stuck on the outside now. He's going to lose ground.
Yeah, I think 33 wanted to go.
He is begging the 5 car of Dice to go to the outside.
And now look at the 3 car, Josiah Vincent. We saw he just get clobbered on pit road entry now. Is he on the lead lap? Yeah, he's on the lead lap in 8th position, battling for a win now.
Oh, there's a peek to the inside. 95 car also in the lead lap now.
Gonna split him 3 with a move. Oh,
Nicely
man.
done.
It's cleared himself on that bottom car. Getting to the front. Go out to the outside lane.
I think he's just showing the 33 like, hey, if you want to go, I'll take you. I saw you peeking on the 5. If you guys want to go, now's the time. 5 laps left. Yeah. 84. 3 car working the outside line. There they go.
Yeah, see just about almost everyone but those top 3. We're going to have to see if these 3 are going to block or just going to hold it tight and trust in their drafting ability.
Now the 54 is going to be a taker. Daniel Cunningham up in front of Dice. They're shoving hard. Here we go.
That's top line. They just need to get a little bit tighter and might be able to get a run here on the front stretch. They just need to be a little bit tighter from the 3 car on back. But they're there. They're on a quarter to 31. The 5's going to give them another shove here, it looks like. Almost on a quarter of the leader.
Dice pushing hard on the 54 of Cunningham. Up to third position for the 54 car. 31. Alex Pelican trying to keep Nick Gardner up front.
Yeah, if you're the 33, or I'm sorry, if you're the 54 car, you're gonna drop down from the 16. Seeing how well these teammates work together, but you know they're not gonna work with you. Or at least I don't think they're going to. So you might just hold it up with your buddy in the 5 and the 3. See how good they were pushing the 3 car. Got a little
Wow.
there.
Look how far they pulled it out, though, on that angle. And they got a hell of a run. 54 and 5. Almost clearing.
I think the 5 might be clear. No, he's not. I wonder if the 5's getting hot, though. He's all over the bumper.
With 3 laps to go, I think these guys have stopped looking at that water temp gauge. They're just going to shove.
Yeah, 3 to go, man. If you're hot, you're not going to make it till the end. So you want to push, but, man, you got to keep the... You got to be careful, because you don't want to be the guy and turn 3 last lap, blow out, and take out the field.
Alan Dice trying to hold it up there. Look at that wide angle again. They did it again. I think that gets the momentum swing. And they've almost cleared Nick Gardner. They've all but done it. Leading the lap, 54. That time by.
Great momentum on this high side. Looking pretty tight. His bottom lanes just doesn't have the speed. I don't think they have enough cars. They're pushing tight, close together. The top 3, or the 3 car on the bottom.
5 of Dice. Big wreck.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
5 car, 68 car.
3 car involved.
3 cars done.
Josiah Vincent's got some stagger offset. He can't even keep it straight. It's sliding through the grass.
Jordan Brockle, 84, big damage. Anthony Pelican, big damage.
That's not good for this leader. Let's go back and try to figure out what happened. We saw the 5 car shoot out as if he got touched at the wrong spot. Go back and look. There's Alan Dice on the outside. He's got the 3 behind him. Oh, just touched. Just barely touched out of 2.
Tiniest touch, and it sent that car around. You know, it's what we've seen at Talladega practice race at the Clash last week. Already in a wreck earlier this race. Just the slightest touch in the corner that sends these cars right around. I don't know if the 5 maybe checked up just a hair that the 3 wasn't expecting, or if the 3 just got closer than he thought he was. You know, it's at that time where you're just gonna push and not care about you know, trying to be safe. You just want to go for the front.
So 98.53. A lot of guys involved in this. 84 car as well. 3 laps to go. I tell you what. A lot of racing left to do, and we're getting less and less cars to do it with.
Yeah, and even who was that? Anthony Pelican. With Anthony Pelican with the damage now. The top 3 are gonna get broken up. And looks like Nick Gardner has the lead. Yeah, he's not gonna have his teammate behind him now for this restart. Won't be able to coordinate it to get Alex Pelican behind him.
Yeah, it's not going to work out this time. That 54 car is not going to lay back at all on that inside. So Nick Gardner's going to have to come up with a plan here. They're already strategizing.
Yeah, you might be messaging the 54 saying, hey, man, we'll work with you if you just let my buddy down. On the 54s, I'm saying, no way, I'm going to push you so I can get the run on the final corner. Try to take a win.
I've got a guy behind me. I have a lot of faith in his abilities, and that's that 33 car, Mark Beverly.
Yeah, great recovery for him.
I was sitting here in this 3rd spot. I'm thinking, I get with that 33 car. We get hooked up. Let's go to the front.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be on the bottom here. We've seen how long it takes the top line to form and get going. with only with a green white checkered, I think you gotta be on the bottom, and you just gotta hope someone gets a run out of the final corner on the last lap, and maybe then take a high.
Well, Eric, do you think that we're done seeing a crashes? I think we're gonna see one more.
Well, I think we're running out of cars to crash, but yeah, I don't think we're done.
I think we're going to see one more, and I think it's going to happen right here at the front. 16, 31, 54, 33. I see somebody side drafting a little too close. Does it happen at the white like it did last week? Do we make it all the way to the end? I don't know. But I can tell you this. We haven't seen the end of it. And Nick Gardner going to choose. He's electing to start on the outside. I think this is a good move. I'm already seeing the strategy play out here.
Yeah, I didn't think that through. He'll just lay back.
Yep, I think the 31 car, if he can keep that inside line in check a little bit, 16 drop right down in front of him. That's a genius move. That's what you got to do when you're planning these races out. When you find any loophole you can, find any way to manipulate things in your favor, and that's racing.
Yeah, that's fair game. Control car will go in a control car once, and 31 might just happen to be sleeping a little bit on the restart.
I can tell you what, that 33 car, he's gonna make room. He's gonna make up that gap as soon as that 16 drops down. If he can get that 42 hooked up with him.
Yeah, on that 33 car, I just don't have confidence in the top.
I mean, think about this. If the 31 lays back a little bit, that inside line will be slow in this restart. That can give an advantage to this outside for the beginning of this run.
Yeah,
we're going to find out.
We'll have to see.
Nick Gardner, pace car's off. Green flag is out. 16 going. There it is right there. Just a little lay back. 31's going to let him drop down. They cross the line. 54 all over that bumper. 33 looking for a push. Don't think he's going to get hooked up in time. 42 lagging back a little bit on that start. And dropping down to the inside line. Great move here.
Yeah, I think this guy's going to get single file. And on that made a backdash final lap. We'll see him fan out. Maybe they'll even wait till the corner, but just trying to get speed and maybe message a guy hoping they'll peek out with you.
All right, here we go. Nick Gardner, Alex Pelican, Daniel Cunningham, Mark Beverly, Kyle McGarvey, Dennis Steele, Jordan Brockle, Kyle Payne, Jeremiah Vincent, and Cody Atkins. 7 car. Going to be scored a lap down.
There goes 54.
54 to the outside. Nobody coming with him. 33 is going to make up ground. 42 went up there for a second. Dennis Steele staying in line. That's a teammate right there. Those 4 cars. 3 of them, all teammates. I know Dennis Steele raced with dialed in here. And I think they're going to make the push.
Well, they don't have the momentum. Oh, man, the 33's got to time this right. Gotta wait for the 28 to get a run. I think the high line's too far back. 33's going to peek out.
There's the peak. 16 car to the inside. Can he hold it off? No pushing at all. 16, Nick Gardner across the line.
I mean,
checker flag.
Perfect race for Nick Gardner and Alex Pelican. Just
dominating performance. Dominating performance. I know we talked to Nick, and I talked to him post-race. He said he was sick and tired of performing so well at these super speedway tracks and having nothing to show for it on the last lap. Congratulations to Nick Gardner. The dominating performance that he pulled off tonight. Eric, it was a clinic.
Yeah, I mean, that is honestly one of the most just dominant performances I've seen at Daytona. It's just so tough to hold that lead like that, and they were so tight on each other, pushing hard, not letting anyone get runs on the outside. Kept it smart at the very end, didn't try any wild blocks, and just took it 1-2.
Let's go back one lap here. Watch this restart. Tell the 16 and the 31, they got hooked up quick. The 54, I mean, he had no help. He had no help at all. He tried to get some side draft.
Yeah, just a bit too early.
That outside line had to go right at that start or they lost everything. And no help at all from anybody.
Just went a bit too early, and it stalled them out, and it hurt them even through this corner because they had no momentum, and nobody on the low line wanted to go with them because of that.
Yeah, you watched the 33. He tried to pull it off right here at the last corner, but 28. I told you, he's a teammate. He's already thinking, I don't want to push him up past my teammate. I'm going to stick right down here.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating as the 33 car.
Well, let's go back. We missed this little celebration by Nick Gardner. We're going to rewind it up here.
He's got his teammates there to celebrate with him.
Yes, he does. Nick Gardner, great finish tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to gain some of my voice back here for just a second. But this is BTDY Daytona, your winner, Nick Gardner. We'll be back right after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the nurturing reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out her YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as her Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Kyle McGarvey on the bottom. 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. There's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again.
It's double zero. It's going to
Oh. All right, we're back live down here in Victory Lane. 16 car finally pulling it off, putting it all together. Nick Gardner, you with us?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Oh, dude, it was a clinic tonight. You started on the pole. You put it exactly where it needed to be the whole race. And you had a lot of help, too.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, dude, I can't thank my teammates enough. This was badass. Alex, Anthony, Mark, Dennis, Michael, Nate, like they all helped me all night. Alex and Anthony, like Alex was not gonna leave my bumper no matter what, and I love that. He was with me all the way. I knew it was going to come down to that green flag stop, like how well we could execute that. And man, we entered pit road I think we hit it right at 60 miles per hour all entering pit road. And man, when we were out, we were gone. And when that yellow fell, I was like, oh man, now it's gonna get wild now. So, but my teammates were with me all the way right there, which shows you how teamwork really works in racing right here to these kind of races. Pays off.
We saw all the strategy you guys are pulling off. We saw that yellow come out, and then, Anthony's sitting back a little bit on that restart, letting Alex get down in between. But then Anthony gets caught up in that late caution, and you electing to take the outside, which was another strategic move. Just the way you guys communicated, it was all planned, and it was well done.
Yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, we did talk about it under caution, how we were going to do it. I knew Mark was going to restart on the inside, and I know Dennis was out there too. It worked out perfect where I was able to restart, jump back in front of Alex. Dennis was able to let Mark in, and dialed in racing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's just man, that's just awesome. I'm so happy. I've been so close at these races so many times. I took a year off in this league, came back, and feels good to start off on the right note. I mean, this is badass. I love it.
Well, carry that momentum into next week, man, and you putting that team up there in that top 4, that's impressive as well. And do you have anybody you'd like to thank? I know you were already thanking the teammates, but do you have anybody else you'd like to thank for that awesome performance tonight?
Teammates, P1. I mean, teammates, no doubt. This was cool. Obviously, I got Celsius on board, so I'll give them a shout out. The old Peach Vibe, one of my favorite flavors, and cool looking car that Nate drew up for me, and of course my wife for letting me get on here every night and I race and have fun with the guys. Couple nights a week is pretty cool too. Most importantly, thank you guys for doing what you do up in the booth. And I listen to, like I said, I continue to listen to broadcasts all the time. You guys kill it every time. So awesome job.
Well, we appreciate that, and we got a great co-host too. So Eric Hutton joining me up here in the booth. It gives me some, I guess, some conversation. It's tough to talk to yourself for. Well, I do it all the time, but it's because I'm crazy.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I ain't judging. No, it's cool. It's cool that you got Eric up there. It's overall cool to have 2 guys up in the booth now, and like I said, awesome job, and looking forward to rewatching the race and listening to you guys.
Well, we appreciate your time, Nick, and carry that into next week, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Take care. There's your winner. 16 car able to pull it off tonight, and it just, like we said, man, it's just crazy how you can race these races for so long and you never know what's going to happen. We had the late cautions, and it just changes stuff,
For sure. All about, like he's talking about, it's all about your teammates here.
We're about to pull up the second place finisher. Another teammate here. We got Alex Pelican up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
So, Alex, we were just talking to Nick, and he's thanking you left and right. You guys did a hell of a job putting it all together, and the communication amongst all of you. We talked about those 2 restarts where Anthony and you guys kind of made that hole, let you inside, and then that electing to start on the outside on the last restart. What was your guys' communication prior to this race? Do you think it would go picture perfect like that?
No, honestly, the way I don't really think it went picture perfect, honestly. But we, like at the beginning of practice, me, Anthony, and Nick talked, and we were like, you know, we need to make a we need to execute really well on pit road. We need to just stay together, and then with all our other dialed in teammates, like if we can literally just stick together, we'll be fine. And it worked out.
I tell you, man, from my perspective, and I know from Eric's perspective, it was a clinic. You had the 16 car lead in the vast majority of this race, and you guys never left each other's bumpers. You executed pit road perfectly, and those restarts were just spot on. I think it was a perfect race.
Yeah, you're probably right. Honestly, it's about as perfect as one can go. Um, yeah.
I mean, as far as Daytona, it's an amazing accomplishment. You guys did a great job, and you're starting off hot. You had it up there in the top 4 for all your guys tonight. And I mean, looking into next week, what's your game plan for that?
Oh God, I don't even know where we race next week. To be honest with you,
It's Auto Club, I believe.
I'm sure I'll be absolutely horrible.
Well, that's the
in hopes that I
confidence. That's the confidence we were looking for, Alex. I think you'll do fine, man. I've seen you drive at almost every variety of tracks, so I think you'll do just fine, man. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank for their great second place tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody at Dialed In Racing. Showed good teamwork and stuck together there and got 1, 2, 3, 4, honestly. So like to thank you for putting the broadcast on, and Eric for helping with the broadcast and commentating, and Nick and everybody at BTDY for putting this league on and all that they do so we can race on Mondays.
And for on that, well, Alex, we thank you for your time, man, and good luck at Auto Club. I think we're gonna see a little better performance than you expect.
I hope so.
All right, man. There's your second place finisher, and we got one more interview here. Mark Beverly, third place driver, 33 car. He got it done last week, but this week, just shy of the lead. What's up, Mark? You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
We saw a early mistake there on pit road, but you overcame it. Got lucky with a few cautions there, and you were right up there to battle at the end. Talk us through your night.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that pit stop for myself. That hot track temp, and I just kind of a little too much pedal pressure there and slid them. But yeah, I recovered with that late caution. Was trying to keep my position there with that lucky dog and stay at the leaders. And then after got back up to him, kind of just worked with him. It was some great teamwork up there. So I think it was 1 through 4 for dialed in. So that was pretty awesome racing there for us.
Yeah, it's a lonely feeling being held, watching the field drive by you, and then out on your own. But man, did you guys come in here tonight expecting your team to do this well? Obviously, you guys had great coordination, drafting well together. Did you guys expect anything like this, or how did you all put it together?
Yeah, we kind of the dash last week. We kind of tried to practice a little bit of things here, see what would work, what wouldn't, and then during practice before, we kind of just worked on pit stops, which for me obviously it didn't work out, but everybody else did. And other than that, we just tried to uh, stay nose to tail there. That was it. I think it was the 54 moved out. I think he was in third, and I just kind of pinned it below him, just held the line there after that. So it was a pretty good race though overall. I know there's some cautions and whatnot, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's certainly great coordination between your teammates. Some of the best I've ever seen. Heading to Auto Club next week. How do you feel about that?
I like Auto Club, big open track, kind of rip the top if you want, and then there's all multiple lanes, so a lot of tire wear, but I think it's a fun track. I think it'll be a good race for everybody there.
Well, is there anybody you want to thank or give a shout out to here?
Yeah, shout out to all the dialed in racing guys. That was like we talked, it was a good run for all of us, and thanks to you guys putting on a good show for us and all the league sponsors. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
All right, man. Well, we will see you next week at Auto Club. Go on out there.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Mark, before I let you go, man, it's last week we didn't get to get that post race with you. You won the Clash. I just wanted to say congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, thanks. That one was pretty much luck too. So all the leaders wrecked. I just went underneath them. So, but yeah, I appreciate it.
And for that, Mark, and we appreciate your time, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, there's your finishing top 3 winner tonight. Nick Gardner putting on a clinic and just, I mean, you can't draw it up any better than that, Eric. These guys never separated. They had complete faith in each other's abilities. And that bumper of that 31 car has no paint left on it whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, been a part of a lot of races, Daytona, been in them, been watching them, but just great teammate coordination. It's how you always want the night to go, and it just never ends up that way, but they made it happen. We saw a lot of good strategy, got to see some green flag pit stops kind of throw a wrench in things, and drafting different packs, trying to chase each other. Saw wrecks, we saw it all tonight, and just a great race by Dowden Racing.
Well, BTDY wrapping up their first race here at Daytona. I hope you guys enjoyed this action. We enjoyed broadcasting it to you. Riley Cooper and Eric Hutton, I'd like to thank you both. I'd like to thank you, Eric. I'd like to thank everybody out there in the crowd and everybody watching on the YouTube. We'll see you guys next week at Auto Club, BTDY Contender Series. Until then, keep your notifications turned on. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you never miss a race. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Kyle McGarvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. There's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again.
Still a 0.
Oh.